Qatar princess dramas, how the third wife of the sheikh died protecting her daughters. A little over a year ago, the former princess of Qatar Al-Thani, known to secular Europe under the name of, was found dead in her home in Marbella, Spain. Gallanio was committed to a sober lifestyle. A month before her death, the mother of 3 daughters gave a very brave interview to a women's show, sharing revelations about life with a member of the influential royal family. We all know the happy story of Queen Rania of Jordan, who lives soul to soul with King Abdullah II and works tirelessly to make life easier and simpler for women in the Middle East. But, alas, for one such oriental tale there are several more dark stories. For example, it is still not known exactly what happened to the daughter of Sheikh Latifah of Dubai, and will not soon forget the fate of the Saudi princess Mishal, executed because of love for a commoner. How many secrets hide the mysterious death of Qasia Al-Thani Gallanio? By origin, the former Princess Al-Thani was Slavic. She was born in 1976 in Poland, moved with her parents to the United States as a child, grew up and was educated in Los Angeles. There her typically Polish name Kasia, short for Katarzyna, and turned into the exotic Keisha, and then transformed into a more refined version of Kasia. The tall, bright girl enjoyed great success with men and was sure that she was destined to live a special life. In the 80s of the last century, Sheikh Al-Thani was a real beauty. In the early noughties, Kasia went looking for happiness in the city of love Paris, and luck smiled on her. The long-legged beauty met Abdelaziz bin Khalifa bin Hamad bin Abdullah bin Jassim bin Muhammad Al-Thani. His fortune was as impressive as his name. The representative man born in 1948 came from the royal dynasty of Qatar. He had been living in exile in France since 1992. Abdelaziz, a native uncle of the current emir of Qatar, was accused of attempting to organize a coup d'état, demoted from the post of Minister of Oil and Finance, and sent to live out his life far from his homeland but not excluded from the family, and deprived of neither titles nor fortune. Kasia agreed to convert to Islam and become Prince Al-Thani's third wife, especially since the previous 2 did not interfere at all with their newfound happiness. In 2005, the union was blessed with twin girls Yasmin and Malik. 2 years later another baby girl was born, named Reem. And then something went wrong. After the birth of her youngest daughter, Kasia decided that it was time to think about her own development and launched a business, opening a website for selecting luxury gifts. About the reasons why the woman had a conflict with her husband, there is almost no information, which is not surprising. The matter is delicate. It is only known that Princess Al-Thani, having started to understand the financial documentation, found signs of fraudulent operations on her husband's accounts in the Barclays Bank. It was about the sum not decisive for the royal family of Qatar, but capable of providing a trouble-free existence for a couple or 3 generations of mere mortals. The bank agreed that it was wrong and compensated Kasia in 2009. She then filed for divorce from Abdelaziz and moved to Marbella, changing her name to Gallanio. Apparently, the conditions of separation were quite comfortable from a financial and social point of view. In Spain, Kasia quickly became the queen of parties and socialite, and not always appear in public with her head covered and in long robes, as prescribed by the traditions of her husband's religion. She was friends with the stars, walked at the wedding of Sofia Vergara and even became a member of the board of the French soccer club Martigues. What happened to the daughters of a Polish woman and a multi-billionaire from Qatar? However, all these bright confetti of a beautiful life lay on a rather dark background. All this time, the Polish woman continued to sue the sheikh for custody of the girls, who remained in Paris. A minimum of information was leaked to the media, but all references to this litigation converge on the fact that it was ugly. Apparently, Kasia repeatedly tried to change her husband's mood, sentimental posts with his photo and text like, "When I look at the smile of this beautiful man, I see the wonderful smiles of my daughters," appeared on her social networks. But Abdelaziz was adamant. The girls lived with him in Paris and kept contact with their mother only under his control. It was from Prince Al-Thani's side that information came that Kasia was an alcoholic with mental problems. This was one of his arguments in the question of determining custody. But the girls were growing up and forming their own opinions. About a year ago, Yasmin and Malik announced that they wanted to live with their mother and left for Marbella. Abdelaziz was furious and stated that in this case he was punishing them and depriving them of his paternal care. He also stopped payments to support the twins, leaving only the younger Reem on the balance sheet. The young sheikha lives with him in a Paris apartment, and since 2021 she has been forbidden to see Kasia. They can only correspond and talk. The girl is completely isolated from the outside world. She does not even attend school. How the Princess of Qatar died. In April 2022, the former princess decided to go for broke and made public shocking information. One of the twins was abused by her father. This information was announced at a regular court session in Paris. An investigation was launched. Just a few days later, Kasia gave a detailed interview to a small women's video channel and confirmed these data. I know a lot of parents find themselves in a similar situation, so I decided to publicize my story, Gallanio said. No matter how angry, upset, jealous or mean my children's father is, I do my best to provide, protect, love, nurture, feed and educate my girls. I'm not perfect, but I'm doing my best. And then on the morning of May 29, Kasia's lifeless body was discovered by police. The woman was locked from the inside in her home in Marbella. According to preliminary reports, experts found no signs of struggle or violence. The outfit decided to break down the door after Rome's urgent requests. Her mother would not answer or return her calls, and the girl found a way to reach the Spanish police station. Where the older twins were and why they did not sound the alarm is not reported, but it is known that they were the ones who identified Kasia. Kasia Gallanio tried her best to be a good mother, but now there is no one else to fight for the girls. For whatever reason the former princess lost her life, one thing is clear: her battle is lost and the fate of the girls is now entirely in the hands of their father. There is no third force that would be willing to take on the interests of Yasmin, Malik and Rim, who are left without a mother to face the powerful, closed and influential royal family.